Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Jeremy Adams, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest nights,
no evil shall escape my sight,
but those who worship evil's might.
Beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello, and welcome back to Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, Master of the Core. It is.
I'm Will. Hey, everyone.
And this time we are talking, to do part 2 of Lights Out. Or this is the Blackest of Nights. Yes, we're still in the New 52. So
a long night.
Feels like we're in Alaska. All right. So yes, part 2 will be Green Lantern New Guardians 24, Red Lanterns 24, and Green Lantern Annual 2. All right. But anyway, let's catch up with Mr. Will. Mr. Will has read some of the current issues, Green Lantern 1920 and
Green Lantern Corps number 1.
Corps number 1. So what you think?
Yeah. I don't know. We know that the Predator's back, but things are. I'm still kind of curious. I know that we're being told that if Sorrow builds a lantern, bad things will happen, but I'm a little curious as to why bad things will happen, because it's not one of the 7 main ones, maybe? I mean, it's just, why were the 7 main ones the ones that could have lanterns and the other ones couldn't? I mean, I'm still a little wishy-washy on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's Jeremy Adams. I think he'll explain it in time. But yeah, I know hopefully there's a good explanation coming, because the Sorrow thing just seemed to pop out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I have to say, we actually just read an issue where the Indigo Tribe just rebuilt a battery. I mean, just rebuilt the battery in annual number 2 that we're reading for this week. I think they should have left the battery on Earth and rebuilt one, a new one on Oa.
Mm-hmm.
But that's, I think they should. And if they've moved the one to Oa, then maybe they're building a new one for Earth. Maybe they should build another one for what's another well protected sector, have a couple backups out there. And maybe
you would think, after how many times we've just seen the battery explode, and
yeah. And hey, if you can take your battery and turn it to a channel, maybe you have 4 batteries and your batteries go to channel 1, and if channel 1 something's weird with it, it just switches over to channel 2, 3, or 4,
Well, I mean, come on, the Guardians. I mean, they're only billions of years old. I mean, why would they?
Why would they think about backups and multiple backups and all of that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then, what do you think? I mean, they have Guardians in these new books, but I guess they're switching colors too and stuff. And
yeah, I kind of like the idea that each color would have a group of Guardians associated with it. Maybe not Guardians, maybe
controllers
controllers. Yeah, but Malthusians or some older races, that have been around a really long time. That they're going to be the custodians of that light. Now it gets a little weird with Larfleeze, right? Because you can't really do that. And then the Reds, I really don't know what state the Reds are in post New 52, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we see the reds. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, Dextar's a good kitty, right?
Oh, more than Atrocitus deserves.
Yeah.
And then the core. What did you think of the core book?
I thought it was interesting.
The whole Sinestro twist.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. I know they like to put him back in green, but I think he's proven time and time again that he is not not a good Green Lantern.
Exactly.
But I mean, we've got Kilowog back.
Yeah.
And there's still a lot of lanterns that we don't know the status of. You know, they straight up killed a bunch of lanterns in the previous volume, but we've seen a lot of them back and alive, right? So, which is it? Is it, just. And I think that that's something that's a continuity glitch that I don't think Jeremy Adams will be able to ignore. I think he would. He's got to fix that.
Yeah.
So but I mean, I would. We got to see Sornik, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Which was good. But we haven't seen Aricia. We haven't seen, Green Man. Is it Green? No. I think he was still alive. Who's the big rocky one that rarely uses his ring?
Oh, is it? Oh, it's not Hanu. It's
Was it Hanu? May have been Hanu.
I forget. No, I don't know. I forget.
Oh, but Izamat and his partner, I wish I could never remember his name.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing some of the lanterns that, have gotten a lot of screen time, Princess Iolande, Kamatui. Sorry. Seeing some of them, I think, would be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, especially Kat Matui, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you have to agree with me. Green Lantern number 20 might have been the best because it was basically two stories. It was Hal on one side and Kyle on the other. So
Yeah, exactly. And it was interesting with the, not everybody can handle the emotional spectrum, right?
mm-hmm.
I mean, Hal's demonstrated that, and then we get Kyle. Kyle, where was Kyle? Was he at the source wall?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I need to reread them. It's been
Him and
a week.
him and Superboy and the other one, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. They were going in after we're on a treasure hunt, so they were a fetch quest. And Sorrow and
Starbreaker, is that?
Starbreaker, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it was Star something. Show up right at the end. So yeah. Oh, and there's a League of Starbreakers or a infinite number of Starbreakers that have joined the fight at this point. Or was that in Green Lantern Corps?
Oh
I've read them
God.
all three right in a row, so
Yeah, it's been longer for me than you that have read them. Yeah, can't. Trying to remember.
But a bunch of them came through portals at the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's almost like we're gonna be talking some Brightest Day.
I know. Why would we do that?
We didn't know how good we had it, did we? During Brightest Day.
I'm trying to find a good one that'll show up, but we did get like a first look at our Hal Jordan and John Stewart for the Lanterns TV show.
Oh yeah, that picture. That's a good image. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to find
Looks
one.
like I think I saw somebody post this probably on Reddit. It goes, it's Hobo Hal. I love Hobo Hal.
Alrighty.
Yeah, Hobo Hal's not my favorite era of. Yeah, there we go. Hobo Hal, and you can see the ring, and I'm pretty sure he has the ring on his finger, but you can kind of see it, between the thumb and the palm there. I think that's what that is, but you can see it pretty good on Hal there.
Yep. Did John get a ring yet? No. Well, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna see. I think this is gonna debut in about early 2026, is what I've heard.
Oh,
Is that what you've heard, or?
Yeah, I don't know. Hold on, let me look this. See if they give us a date. That sounds about right. Yeah, I didn't know if I had seen an actual date yet, but I don't think we have an actual date. Just it's like, oh, coming soon. Oh yeah, it's saying 2026. Yeah.
Mhm.
IMDb. Yeah, just 2026. So it's not even like really given it. Hopefully, it's early 2026.
Yeah, we've only been. When did they first announce this show? 2021.
I mean, it's got to be what, at least a good 2 years or more.
Oh yeah, it's been a while. It has been a while.
Because we were talking about this show. God, I'm trying to remember where we're at in the comics when we were talking about this show.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been Rebirth, could it?
Maybe.
Who knows? All right. All right.
Anything else going on?
I don't think so. I think we might have to do these new 52 issues. Well.
If you insist. If you insist.
Hey man, you're the one here completionist. I'm like, oh, we're trying to skip new 52.
I mean, we couldn't skip it because the end of the Jeff Johns era was in it. And Red Lanterns. Well, okay, I have this issue of Red Lanterns. Seemed like it replayed like the last couple of pages of the previous issue, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll get there. Sorry, I'm jumping.
How do you want to discuss this? Because there's no synopsis. Again, I guess the people who are doing the synopses couldn't even read these issues. So
yeah, we should probably talk them individually because Red Lanterns, not much happens that's really plot. The whole lights out plot. It's New Guardians is definitely heavy on lights out, and then the annual's heavy on lights out, and Red Lanterns is kind of in between with lots of fighting.
All right. So, all right, we'll do them issue by issue. I'll do the credits so we can talk them. But let me throw up the cover for New Guardians. There we go. That cover doesn't even really do much for me. All right, Green Lantern, New Guardians, number 24 from December 2013, Lights Out Part 3, Gods and Monsters. Writer Justin Jordan, penciler Brad Walker, inkers Andrew Hennessy, Mark Deering, and Ryan Wynn. Colors Will Quintana, letterer Dave Sharp, and editors Chris Conroy and Matt Idelson. All right, so let me open this up. Open up the DC Universe app and have it say, "Or she want to read this again?"
No, you don't.
Ew. All right. And kids, let's keep count. How many times we'll say, "But you're a White Lantern. You can do that." We got Sector Zero, of course. Yeah, Kyle and the New Guardians. Yeah, are talking to Hal about
Yeah.
recapping the destruction of Oa and everything. And of course, what's Hal's plan? Let's charge in and get him. We got dying power rings, but let's charge in and get him.
Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
I do. Okay, my first thought was, the Guardians are in shock because Oa's been destroyed now. But that's not the same Oa that was there when you left. It's already been destroyed
Mm-hmm.
at least once. Has it been more than once, or is it just once?
Well, I mean, there was at least that the time right after 0 Hour when Kyle and
Yeah.
Hal blew it up, but
Oh, wait, I have to correct you there. When Kyle blew it up, Phil.
so, and that's the other thing. We discussed this before. So when that happened, I mean, well, Emerald Twilight, Hal blew up the battery,
Yes.
but then meanwhile, there was still energy in the core of the planet, right?
I guess.
I
I
feel
mean,
like
because
that's
they
what
said that.
Kyle. I feel like that's what Kyle overloaded to blow up Oa, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either. They're making us ask questions about, wait a minute. Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
We're just going with it.
So Hal wants to charge in. Carol
Yeah.
talks him down, and then he like, oh, we're gonna go talk to the Red Lanterns because they're the only core that's not just it's not just scientific technology. They have a little bit of magic to their rings.
Yeah.
And he's thinking so Relic might not be ready for that mix. But then all the entities show up, and all
Which really complicate. Well, all of them except Parallax and the Butcher, right?
yeah. But yeah, so these ones, they all enter Kyle, and they're gonna use him. But Hal chases after them. Then Carol tries.
Hal's just chasing his tail.
Oh. But Carol tries to talk Kyle to get through to Kyle, but then the Predator actually stops her.
Mm-hmm.
Other than how, it tells all the core, let's slow him down, and and Hal's like, why don't you help us? I think Relic is killing you all, so why don't you help us? But even I think the Guardians are saying the Hal, it's like, I don't think you could hold them even with your rings of full power. They ain't at full power.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the entities inside Cal say, "Oh, Relic isn't our concern. It is not he who has weakened us." But then the entity's like, "Fine, you want to go to Yzamalt? Then go," and basically throws all of them in.
Yeah.
Yzamalt. Then Hal's like, "Yeah, we don't have enough ring power to get back, so we're on our own."
Mm-hmm. And then Kyle's finally able to get the kind of play these against each other to take control with the help of the Guardians, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and we also see John and the rookies are alive.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, John's knocking on heaven's door there.
Yeah. A knock joke.
Exactly. Hey, Will, knock.
Who's there?
New 52 is killing me.
Yeah.
Oh, remind me after we're done. Our good friend Tyler sent in more feedback. So.
Oh, awesome. Good. I'm curious to see if we're just being too hard on this, but I don't think we are.
I don't think so. So John and the rookies go to the Indigo tribe for help, and Cal's trying to fight back against the entities. And the Guardians are like, "No, you're using our friend against his will," and But the entities bold talk, but taming one is not the same as taming all, and you were not the ones who harnessed us before. If you will not stand, so you will be destroyed.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hal's trying to fight inside. It seems like he comes out and he's like, I'm in control. I have them contained for the moment. Then Kyle's talking to the Guardians. You couldn't control them, all of them at once. Then the ones that, we should contact Lantern Jordan and the others. Blah, blah, blah. And Kyle says, I know what the entities know, what they can feel. They're screaming at me, and I know what Relic knew, and he is right. You don't need to defeat Relic. We need to help him.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This issue felt just like a lot of moving the pieces around, right?
A lot of these issues did, yes.
Yeah, just
Talkie,
and then we get that.
talkie. We're going here. We're going to Izamal. To John's going to the Indigos.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that the home planet of the Indigo tribe was in Sector 2814.
Yeah, I
Didn't
didn't.
it say that?
Yeah, that's what it said in this issue. But I was like, I don't remember that either. Yeah,
I don't.
unless
I
that's
don't know
just
that
or is that like a weird doorway to get to them? Or I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I thought that was strange because, yeah. Anyway, you know, I excuse me. I still feel like this book is looking for its focus. I mean, I know Kyle is the focus, but I really think that they don't know what to do with him as a White Lantern.
I don't know if they know what to do with this book.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just
They haven't been able to keep like a cohesive lineup or a team past like an arc or so.
yeah, and now it's just part of this crossover, so there's no. It doesn't seem like there's much chance for it to do something that's it instead of the crossover, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the creative team's fault. It's they've got it's editorial,
Mm-hmm.
which is why again I wish they would have really let these books kind of get their own legs and build their own steam up under them before they threw them immediately into destroying power batteries because
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
Yeah. I mean, just again, what's been the only common denominator through 24 issues has been Kyle. That's it.
Yeah. Yep.
Carol didn't get a lot to do this issue. It's basically just Kyle and the new Guardian,
Mm-hmm.
hippie Guardians,
Yeah, man. Not cool, bro.
All right, should we get to the next one?
Yes, let's.
Where, Hal Jordan and Guy Gardner talk out their differences.
Amicably.
Yes. Why is it anytime we get anywhere close to an issue 24 or 25, these two are like smacking each other in the face?
It's just the way it is.
All right. I'm going to bring up synopsis. Well, no synopsis, but the credits. Red Lanterns number 24 from December 2013. Lights Out Part 4. Blood Brothers. Writer Charles Soule, penciler and anchor Alessandro Vitti, colorist Gabe Edelab, letterer Taylor Esposito, and editors Chris Conroy and Matt Idelson. Yeah, like you were saying, this one picks up where the last one left off, where Bleez kind of figures out why Guy's here. She's like,
Now
oh, all the others.
I do like that this. I feel like this, out of all the books,
Mm-hmm.
has established its own identity the most.
Yeah.
Outside of the whole crossover stuff, and I like that. And once we get this crossover out of the way, I'm curious to see, because of the bargain that's made,
Yes.
right, to get the Reds to help the Greens and everybody else, that they get their own sector to police, right?
Oh yeah. Yep.
So I think I'm really looking forward to that more than anything else
Oh
from
yeah.
the other three series at this point. Kyle is, well, we'll get to that.
Yes. So yeah, we see Guy and Blee's going at it, and he's like, "Oh, you think I think I'm scared? You think you know why Hal sent me here? Wrong." They tell Blee she should be scared, and he's like, "Oh, you're thinking about stabbing me in the back, or maybe I should go to the others and tell them you're the spy. You spent time with Greens back in the day. It's your word against mine. You think they'd side with you over me? I'm not so sure. Or maybe just want to fight. After all, I already got one ring. I call this one Susan.
Susan.
Susie could use a friend." But then he gathers them all up in the bar on this ship they got.
Yeah, and just straight up tells them,
Mhm.
which I think is a baller move. Okay.
He said first came the Ismald on the orders of Hal Jordan. He wanted eyes on the ground, thought you're a potential threat. Then when they're all ready to kill him, he's like, "No, I'm done with the Greens now and forever. I don't give a crap about them, and you're sure as hell don't give a crap about me." That's when Hal and the others show up.
Show up. We're here to save you.
So he just looks up at Hal. He's like, "Oh, great." Then we see Atrocitus and Dexter in space. Atrocity Butcher.
Yeah.
But then the Butcher pulls itself from Atrocitus and tries to take off.
Mm-hmm.
And Dexter
has to save Atrocitus. Yeah.
Then back on Yzamalt, the Red Lanterns, including Guy, attack the Green Lanterns. But then I love the Scalax attacks Hal, and then Guy jumps in the middle. He's like, "Out of the way, Scalax," and Hal, "Thank you, Guy. We have to." And then that's when he punches him.
Whack.
Yep. Sucker Hal. Sucker punch by Guy Gardner. Must be Tuesday.
Yeah.
Sucker punch Guy. Sucker punch. You're good at those. Set me out to the Reds and ditch me here. If that's not a sucker punch, I don't know what is. And then, Hal says he has to listen, and Guy's like, "I'm gonna do nothing you tell me, Jordan. I'm not a Green anymore. Remember, I'm a Red, just like you wanted. And you ain't my boss."
You ain't the boss of me.
But then he's saying, "I'm still your friend," and will you give me a chance to explain? And Guy said, "Make it quick." Then he tells them all about Relic. And he's talking about, how the blue and green batteries have already been destroyed. And he's like, "What are you talking about? My light's just fine." And that's when Hal says, "That's why we're here. The Reds get some of the powers from that lake. I've never understood, but even if your batteries as bad off as ours, you can still fight. You're the only ones Relic can't touch. You're the only ones who can take them." I love. He's like, "You have to tell them to fight Relic." And I'm like, "Guy," he's like, "What?" He's like, "Are you serious?" No one tells them what to do. Half the time, I think they're 2 seconds from biting my head off, literally, for talking about Zox.
Exactly. You're joking at this time? I can't believe you're joking at this time.
And then, when Guy tells Hal, he's like, he seems like people only seem to care about me when they need something, when it's convenient. And then Hal says, yeah, help us, and I'll get Kyle to purge you. And all of a sudden, that white lantern can do stuff again. So, and then guy's like, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. I'm a red now. You heard me. I'll get my guys to help you, but not in exchange for some worthless promise that you'll pull me out someday. I've got something else in mind. And they was hanging on that. Then back out in space, Dextar's trying to get the Butcher back in Atrocitus, and that's when Kyle shows up. And Kyle tells the Butcher, the other entities are here with me, Butcher. It's past time you joined us. And look, Dexter hanging on. Stop, Cal. Save Atrocitus. But now the Butcher enters Kyle, and then Dexter has to keep Atrocitus alive. And of course, Atrocitus is telling Kyle, I know, I won't forget this. You stole what is mine.
Kyle's like, you know what? Whatever. I'm going to save the universe, saving you too. Just bite me, right?
Well, yeah, he says, you know what, man? Fine. Sit here holding your cat in one hand and your grudges in the other. I'm going to go save everyone, including you. And then, Atrocitus telling Dexter, another name for the list. Then we see the relics digging in the source wall. Or trying to. Well, attempt 42 is a failure. So
yeah.
That's when Kyle and the Guardian show up. But he tells him he won't stop. He proposed to try to force me to stop killing your universe in the process. And Kyle, I have the power. Now all of a sudden he can kill Relic. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
But yeah, he's like, you weren't able to stop me before. And then he's like, wait a minute. He's like, I'm detecting fluctuations. You have become stronger. And he says, yeah, I have the entities of our spectrum are here with me. And Relic's like, yeah, that may be true, but I will not surrender my cause on a mere threat. Attack me if you must, and we shall see you prove stronger. And Kyle's like, you don't understand. I haven't come to kill you. We want to help you. The source wall must fall. Oh, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's only the boundary of the universe. So, okay, well, yeah, let's break that down.
I mean, if the theory is right, and that's the energy, the energy basically powering the universe from all the spectrums. Yeah, let's just break open the dam. Let's see where that water goes. Maybe it'll go. I don't know.
It's a good plan. Good plan.
We have to irrigate the universe, but yeah, let's just let it flow where it'll go. Yeah.
It's totally all right. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
So then, the last page we see Guy convincing the Reds to help. So the rest of the Reds vote. They vote yes, and then Guy says that how you got a deal. We'll help you kill this Relic character, and in return we get our own sector. No greens allowed. We're the law. And then Tomar 2's like, you can't. They're Reds, and Hal, you see any other option? And Hal agrees. So then they go off to, as Hal, our Guy puts it, go kick his ass. So. But yeah, they didn't mention yet what sector it's gonna be.
Yeah, what sector is it gonna be?
I don't know. Look up in the left corner. I don't know.
Oh wow! I did not know that. I did not.
Oh, you didn't catch that? Oh yeah.
Wow, that's gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward even more now to.
It's not just any sector. Well,
nice, cool. That is cool. Very cool.
All right, and so we get to the annual.
Yeah, lots of stuff happens, but
Well, better the last issue.
Yeah, let's do this thing.
All right, so All right, so let's get to credits. Green Lantern Green Lantern Volume 5 Annual 2 from December 2013. Lights Out Part 5, The Source. Writer Robert Venditti, penciler Sean Chen, inkers Joe Siebel and Walden Wong, colorist Andrew Dahlhaus and Will Quintana, letterer Desi Santi, and editors Chris Conroy and Matt Idelson. Yeah, I forgot this was Sean Chen. I like his pencils.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. I think he's the one who did like Iron Man right after Heroes Reborn. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. I liked his work. So if nothing else, I did like the art on this one. Not that the other ones were bad, but yeah, this was probably my favorite art-wise. Yeah. So then, yeah, we spend like the first page recapping who Relic is.
Yes.
And then, yeah, back on, gives them all the guys like, are we going to do this or what? But then Hal tells Guy, he's like, before we go, you need to know something. We lost Oa. Relic detonated the central battery. The entire planet went with it. John didn't make it. He's like, what? The Green Lantern I broke skulls with, my best friend, you let him die. And I was like, I didn't let him do anything. He volunteered. He's like, our rings are on fumes, no way to recharge. John took a handful of recruits and went head to head with Relic so the rest of us could escape. And that's when he starts getting all red. He's like, where's this Relic? I'll tear his throat out and strangle him with it. But then, yeah, that's when Hal's like, that's the problem. We think Kyle's with him, but we can't track his ring. It's being masked somehow. And that's when Carol's like, I think I know how to find him.
Awkward.
That's when, he's like, how do you know? Kyle's like, where do you know where Kyle is? Did he tell you where he was headed? She's like, not exactly. I just sort of feel it. He's like, wait, you're a Star Sapphire. Your ring is powered by love. And you can feel where Kyle is. Yeah, I know. Like you said, Killwog's like, awkward.
Yeah.
Now I see why you ended things between us. You gave a whole speech about me needing to grow up, and what you really want is Cal. That's right, kids.
First off, let me just say that this whole relationship is just weird.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just want to get that out there. Okay.
Have you forgotten so soon, William? New 52.
New 52. Yes. You still need to make that drop.
Yes, I do. I keep
New
forgetting.
52.
Yeah. That's like our own personal curse. New 52.
Yeah. New 52.
You New 52. How dare you?
How dare you?
Oh.
So that they end up not teleporting, they end up just flying there, right? With Carol leading the way.
Yeah.
And then John and the Indigo tribe end up teleporting there after the attack has begun. And John ends up saving Guy, who's very happy to see him.
Oh, yeah.
And Relic has figured out how to use the entities to try to get through the source wall.
Well, yeah, like his scans aren't working, and even the Guardians are saying, yeah, even we Guardians can't know what's on the other side. We can't get through it. All right, and I want to see Will's eyes roll in the back of his head, because I think it's a female Guardian, says it encircles the universe in every direction. It can neither be circumvented nor breached. I'm waiting for Will to say, well, how does it go around the whole universe if the universe is ever expanding?
It just keeps getting bigger.
So if the entire spectrum is being drained, and what, like weakening the universe, how is it still expanding?
This doesn't make any sense.
New 52.
New 52. I think I've brought up the Star Trek Warp Speed episode at this point.
Think,
That
yes.
fundamentally changes everything, and then they just ignore it because they realize that that was a really bad idea.
And like, yeah, so of course, again, Relic throws out his theory that all the lanterns are depleting this reservoir, and Kyle's like, yeah, the entities agree with you. But he even Kyle even asked the one guardian, he's like, isn't there a mention of this in the Book of Oa? And of course, the Book of Oa does not tell the complete story. Like any chronicle of history, it was written by those within an agenda.
The old Guardians.
What? It'll last like a billion years or so? Let the next generation worry about it.
Yeah, we'll just kick that can down the road.
Yeah. But then Kyle's like, oh, what if the entities are wrong? What if the reservoir isn't in there? It could be on a planet somewhere or inside a quasar.
Of course, inside Quasar.
All I could hear is they're like, he's like, it could be inside a quasar. All I heard was,
What about our Quasar podcast, The Quantum Zone?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, even I think Relic's even saying, yeah, he dedicated his existence to finding his universe's reservoir, and it always led back to the wall. They had a wall in his universe, so. And Relic saying, I was sure I had captured enough spectrum energy to pierce it, but perhaps you can give me what I need, as all these tentacles start reaching for Kyle. A white lightsmith. My universe possessed no such thing. I don't yet understand what makes you what you are. I only hope it's useful. But yeah, once again, going into, I tried to reason with my lightsmiths and they refused. I'll not make that mistake again. Violence is the only argument your kind understands. So with violence, I will show you. But it seems like they're draining the white ring, but then yes, like the entities come out. I love when he sees all the entities. He goes, "Could you light beasts harbor the spectrum energy I see?" Light beasts. And the Guardians are basically telling him, "Do not harm them. To tamper with the entities is to tamper with reality itself." And he's like, "No, not the tamper, experiment."
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. But then we get that cool, what was that, double splash? Hal and the all the other lanterns show up. Yeah. So they all start attacking Relic. Then we see John and the others with the Indigos getting ready to join the fight. But then Kyle's telling Hal, he's like, yeah, it's Relic's like a madman, but that doesn't make him wrong. Guy attacking Relic. Hey, tall, pale, and ugly. You ever tangle with the Charm City PD? But then, just as Relic's about to shoot Guy's energy back at him, John shows up and tackles Guy out of the way.
Yep.
I love, Guy's like, John, buddy. He's like, oh my God, I'm so glad this, I thought you died, old buddy. Man, am I glad then. And then John hits him. Tell your partner why you quit the Corps and switched the Reds. We'll continue this conversation later. The new uniform makes you look like a deranged Santa, by the way. Then Guy tells the Red Lanterns to tear the ship apart. No light, only rage.
And they actually do some damage.
Yeah. Oh, the stone one who hardly uses his ring. Is that Jurek? that JRUK. Is it that guy?
I don't know. I think it is Hanu. I don't know. I'd have
Huh.
to look him up.
There is a Hanu, but I can't remember if that was him or not. Yes, everyone's basically just like blowing up Relic's ship and everything. My ship, all the light I preserve. No. Oh, the wall trap's what's left. Yeah. Because they're just like, oh, the wall trap's everything. But everyone's power is like down. Like, God, Kyle's got the most charge at like 28%.
Mm-hmm.
And Hal's like, we got enough power for like one more charge, for one more run. We can't waste any charges or blasts or constructs. You guys ready for a good old fashioned game of chicken? So Hal has like the Indigos transport them between Relic and the wall. And the 4 Corpsmen basically tackle him.
Yep.
I love you want to see decay? Guy, show him decay as Guy just like belch it like in his face.
Yep.
Hal's just like drive him into the wall. And then he's like telling Guy, bail out now. And Guy again, I don't work for you. So the rest of them are fighting. They're like, where's Kyle? And yeah, Kyle's like dragging him to the wall. He's like, you want to unlock the mystery of the source wall? Good. We're both about to study it up close. So yeah, even Relic's just like, you see the wall crumbles, blackness pours out, the reservoir is depleted. But yeah, Kyle's telling him, you aren't the key, Relic. I am, because Kyle's power is going up. He's fully charged again. Then they go through the wall, and then all of a sudden a portal opens back up, and it's Relic coming out. He's like, the source, I found it at last. My theory is true. The reservoir has been replenished. The white lightsmith has the solution. Respect the opportunity you've been given. My work is finished. And the wall just absorbs Relic.
Yep.
And then the whole, Kyle's gone.
And they can't stay around to look for him because they're all about to die.
Yes. Then Hal's basically telling Carol, yeah, get somewhere with an atmosphere because she must have more power than the rest of them. But John says, yeah, he's already set it up so that Indigos will transport them somewhere. Where they get teleported to the new home of the Green Lantern Corps.
Mogo.
Yeah. Boy, good thing he came back after you killed him, John.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, as you were hinting at before, yes, there's a new central Green Lantern central power battery on Mogo. Yep. And John says, yeah, he went to the Indigo tribe for help, and what's his face? This one Indigo, he says, yeah, he was able to restore all he needed to restore the battery was the pieces. Mogo isolated the dust of your battery among the debris of your former planet and supplied the spark of green light needed to rekindle it. So I know Mogo has a pretty big ring, but still, all it took was a ring to reignite the battery.
Kind of the way it worked when they were on the Indigo planet, right? They had to have some spark of compassion to restart the battery.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that kind of made sense, but still, how much is it really that easy to build a central power battery?
Well, yeah, he said he needed the pieces, and I guess the dust of it is what,
Okay.
How about this quickly? Was it this quickly?
Yeah.
So everyone's able to recharge.
Well, we do get a last minute. No, we're not going to be Green Lanterns because you heard this. We can't we can't keep using the light, right?
Yeah, because Hal's like, doing the oath with a bunch of them, and some of them were like, yeah, no, don't you see? And yeah, the other ones are like, yeah, don't you see? Relic was right. Wielding the light does deplete the reservoir of the emotional spectrum. The clock is already winding down on the universe's second life. Cal may have replenished the reservoir this time, but he's gone. Who can say if there will ever be another White Lantern?
Well, it looks like Kyle gave them a path, become a green, and then
Well, and then the
get
end,
a-
and then the end here, the Guardians are poking at the wall when Kyle pops out.
yeah.
But yeah, no, because they ask him what happened, and he says the entities, they sacrificed themselves. They said it was the only way to refill the reservoir. They're dead. But they ask him,
Except the butcher. Well, no, except Parallax, which is yeah.
But yeah, they ask him what what else? All you witnessed, all you experienced, you must know everything. He's like, I can't remember.
And then a Guardian reads his mind.
Yep. And he's like, no one can know. The universe has been granted a new beginning. My fellow Guardians, we will honor this gift by rededicating ourselves to the pursuit of learning. Above all, Lantern Rayner's return must remain a secret. It is time his journey truly began. So again, we're going to do a thing where everyone thinks he's dead.
One would hope that new Guardians now will have a focus on Kyle doing this new journey.
Yes.
Right? We will see.
Snatch the pen from my hand.
I, for one, am glad that it's lights out for lights out.
Oh!
I mean, if you're going to go for an ecological or an environmental, which is what the Star Trek episode was, trying to make abundantly clear, I feel like it means that for them to truly, they have to be powerless. Everybody has to be powerless to go on.
Okay, and my question is, so the reservoir is refilled. Does that mean it's where it was at when the universe came into existence? So does that mean we got, another couple million or a billion years left? So,
or a few billion, yeah, kick the can down the road again. I mean, or 8 billion years.
So I'm not saying don't panic, but I'm just like, well, you have some time to figure it out.
Yeah,
like those Green Lanterns, you have some time to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, but if life creates it and life is continually renewing across the universe, then wouldn't the emotion? Sorry, we've had this argument.
I know, and shouldn't it affect all the spectrums that that the entities are dead now?
Yeah, you would think that would affect them too. Yeah,
or at least change something.
Maybe we'll find that out later, but
yeah, I can't remember.
New 52.
Yeah, because I'm trying to remember if the entities could ever come back. Do they?
We get them in Jeremy Adams' current run.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're gone until this run. So
basically, once again, as with many things after New 52, we basically wind the clock back on a lot of things. Be like, things are back the way they were.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay now. Well, let's hear our feedback.
Okay. And again, I'll make this point again. It's like I was always waiting for a point while reading the story to be like, oh yeah, that reservoir is suddenly finite because this is New 52. This is a broken universe.
Good point.
But I don't think they wanted to badmouth their new universe here. But
yeah,
I would have appreciated it. All right. So yes, this is from our good friend Tyler Ferguson. Thank you, Tyler. He's okay. All right, here's how he opens. Oh, hey, O is gone again.
It's a Tuesday.
Exactly. Like guy punching Hal in the face. It's a Tuesday. Since the story is running under the assumption that the spectrum is a limited resource, I guess that remaining entities bundled up inside Cal to pull energy, avoid vulnerability on the way to their destination. If they decide to go to another universe, would they cross horns with counterparts that had already exist there or merge with them? Like the battle within the Templars, Bluff, and John's lame knock knock show. The mental image of Dexter batting around someone's eyes is simultaneously gross and cute.
Yep.
Guy seems awful eager or adapted quickly to staying red. Most of that is probably spite, to be honest. Maybe what's most important to him being part of a core is that sense of community. If Bleeze is the Starscream of the Red Lantern series, would that make Zox Wheeljack? Not an exact comparison, but it's what I have at the moment. Then he says,
Nice.
then he looked up engineers on the Transformers wiki. Maybe Hook from the Constructicons would be close. But yeah, that is a good. I mean, I thought the Bleeze comparison was pretty good. Yeah, it is the Starscream.
Mhm.
I'm not sure what Relic wanted to accomplish at the wall. If he uses the light energy for his experiments, isn't it being used up even faster? Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Here's this thing that I don't want you to use because it's a limited resource, but I'm going to use it to drill through this wall.
Exactly.
Like I said, then where was that energy going to go?
Hmm.
This guy is silly in his unfun, harebrained way. Actions taken don't line up with the motivation given to us. Yep.
Yep.
Use your words, you giant clown.
Yeah.
Also, why does Cal coming back need to be secret? John working with Natromo and Mogo for the new battery checks out. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah. So yes, thank you,
Yeah. Thanks,
Tyler.
Tyler.
Yeah. And again, that's a good point. Maybe it'll come up here in the next few months. But yeah, why does Cal have to be secret?
My initial thought, and I don't know if there's any, basis for this, is that he's carrying around information from beyond the source wall.
Yes,
He
even if
doesn't
can't
know,
process it. Yeah.
so we've got to keep him. If somebody gets a hold of him, they'll learn about the source wall, and bad things will happen. Whatever, I don't know.
I mean, if they really wanted to make that white ring important, they could say, "Oh, it's like basically pulling whatever in from the universe and feeding it to the reservoir or something." I could see them then saying, "Oh yeah, let's keep his, that he's back a secret because he's the only thing refilling that reservoir at the moment or something."
By the way, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. So how is the reservoir? Whatever.
Yes, but how does that compare to Relic sucking it out of the wall through a crazy straw?
Yeah, it did go around a little loop. Yeah, it was like a.
But again, like I said, again, you don't want to drain the universe of energy, but if it's at the point it was at the beginning of the universe, shouldn't that you have like billions of years to worry about this?
I would think so. Well, I mean, unless, Hal's going to fight somebody and just use it all up at once, which,
I mean, he did have he did use a bunch of rings at once at one point.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, when he absorbed parallax, wasn't he just burning all kinds of energy?
I think that there's a reason that a lot of fans just don't reference this story because and New 52. There you go. It's two strikes against it.
Exactly. I was waiting for Cronus' hand to come out of the wall.
Yeah. And go neener neener.
No.
Or give Relic a wet willy.
No. I was just saying we change that origin every 5 minutes.
Exactly.
All right. Anything else, Will?
That's all I got, man. That's all I got.
All
I'm
right.
glad we made it. I'm glad we made it through Lights Out. I'm looking forward to Red Lanterns upcoming, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yes, me too. All right. Well, next week we're gonna. Oh, son of a bitch! Threshold 1 through 4, and then 5 through 8 the week after. So next 2 weeks it's Threshold, kids.
Yep. We're gonna read about what was that? That was the Green Lantern. No, that was New Guardians annual. No.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
it was New Guardians. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the 2 weeks after that, we should have a little bit of fun because then we do Larfleeze 1 through 6 and Larfleeze 7 through 12. So
Cool. Very
we'll
cool.
let's have some fun. Then we'll get the Red Lanterns 25 through 27. Yes.
Nice.
And then some Green Lantern issues. Yeah. So
And we are rapidly burning through the New 52.
not quick enough.
I agree.
I'd say we're about, well, give or take halfway through. Because again, we'll have like some Supergirl issues, some Justice League stuff.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if we're not halfway, we're close. So
I'm curious, have you read the Justice League issues?
not since they probably came out. So it's been over 10 years. So
Do you remember if they suffer from New 52-itis or
I think everything pretty much suffers from New 52-itis at this point. But again, it's Jeff Johns. It's not bad. Oh God, I really can't remember. But yeah, I think there was some well, like I said, at this point in New 52, everything's suffering. So
yeah.
all right.
Because we're at 24 and 26 is halfway for 'cause there's 52 issues,
Well,
right?
like I
So,
said, but we do have some Supergirl stuff to add to the mix. Justice
the
League, so,
Larfleeze, Justice League,
Threshold.
Threshold,
That'll add some issues.
Sinestro.
Sinestro at some point. Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard good things about the Sinestro series.
I don't know if I've actually read it. So yeah, I'm curious to get into that. All right, kids. So yes, so send us your thoughts, like our good friend Tyler, and email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find pretty much every episode we've ever done at CapesLunatics.wordpress.com. Help support us by buying merch, new merch, classic merch at TeePublic or Spring. And again, more deadly than Relic or Red Lantern Vomit. Lilith Hellfire demands that you rain random money on us through the Cash App link.
Make it rain.
And of course, you can always help support us and get something for you by subscribing to our Patreon. Again, you get exclusive uncensored content from me and Lilith. And if you are a patron, you get to request topics for us to discuss. Doesn't have to be comics, could be anything. So go over and subscribe at patreon.com/CapesandLunatics.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
Thank you, Justin. And now for this Will Already, the master of the core, master of the quantum zone, master of podcasting, and several successful Kickstarter campaigns. Mr. Will, can you tell the people about these books? There you go.
You bet. First off, you can find me Walred at WALLRED. That will be at Gmail and Blue Sky and Facebook and probably other places that I've forgotten about. If you'd like to check out the books that I write, Crossover Division, we're up to issue 6 will be launching soon, I hope. And we've done 5 issues, plus we've done a hardcover, an oversized hardcover of the first 4 issues, so those are all available. Diary of Night is available as a trade paperback or hardcover at diaryofnight.com. So feel free to check those out. And obviously you have great taste because you're here hanging with Phil and I talking Green Lantern, which means you probably love Marvel's Quasar almost as much as we do. And if you'd like to find out more, you can do that at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
I'll put it in my navel.
I hope it's going somewhere nice.
Mm,
He goes limp in my grip. I am God.
Those read-throughs.
They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices. I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
I do.
all right, kids. So, all right. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Again, next 2 weeks, Threshold. As we discover our threshold for pain.
Nice one.
Nice. Then 2 weeks of LAR, please. Yeah, please send us your thoughts. Send us your thoughts. Are we off base? Do we defend New 52 or are we spot on? So I think that's consensus is usually New 52 bad.
Yeah, I mean,
All right, kids, come back next time. And remember, lights out on your way out. Good night.